world? It's your boy Buttercool. This is RGA Presents A Cool Conversation. Today, we are at the Ironclad Sports Bar and Grill, and we are highlighting an artist that's been making her rounds on the underground scene and on the mainstream. This girl has been considered a princess of rage with projects called Miss Rage and an EP smeared mascara. She is here to show the world who is J motherfucking Duhhh.
Yeah, it's your girl Jason motherfucking Duhhh. What's up, everybody?
Thank you for coming on to have a cool conversation. First, how you feeling, Jay?
I'm feeling great. You know, it's a little hot out here in the South.
A little. Don't even say a little.
Wait, can I cuss on here?
Hot as fucking balls.
Oh yeah, I'm for sure gonna cuss on here. It's over.
It's hot as shit, but we still gonna make it work. But I'm glad you came out here to have a cool conversation. Shout out to Chester. Hey, what's going on, homie? You chilling?
What up, everybody? Oh my God. This is Chester. He is my emotional support animal. A lot of people think that I just carry him around for like a gimmick or whatever, but no, I have severe social anxiety, so he come with me everywhere, and because I can't take care of an animal because I be on the road too much, this is my nigga right here, so yeah. You didn't know that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chester.
Shout out my nigga Chester.
All right, first, who is J Duhhh?
So, my name is J Duhhh. J Duhhh is like my alter ego that became my entire self. Like, it was like, she was like a confidence booster. So my real name is Jada, J-A-D-A. And
hold on. It's really J Duhhh?
Yeah, my name, yeah, J Duhhh.
I'm joking.
I was like, wait, what you think this bitch called?
I'm like, duh.
Oh, random name, nigga.
I'll fuck with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so my original name is J-A-D-A, Jada. And, you know, I used to be a model before I started music, and I didn't have, like, a lot of confidence growing up because, like we were talking about earlier, I grew up in Hanover, which is a very racist area.
Hold on. You said you was a model, but you didn't have any confidence? How does that work? Like,
so
don't you gotta have confidence? Like, take pictures
not
and walk
really
down runways and stuff?
you could fake that shit, because modeling it's confidence, but it's not at the same time, because if you're a true model, you're gonna find ways around the modeling industry. The modeling industry is definitely very controlling. You have to abide by certain rules, and confidence to me is doing whatever the fuck you want to regardless of rules. So that's why I kind of got out of it and wanted to do artistry, because with modeling I couldn't even express myself for real. I gotta wear basic nails, basic hair, couldn't dye my hair.
So you just fit in the box, that you ain't want to be fit in the box.
Yep.
And I can see right now, like, you are clearly outside the box. You are in your own motherfucking realm. But back to Jada, like, what are some of the realms of Jada?
So I am a Gemini, so that's hence the half and half look going on.
Okay.
I got the pink side is J Duhhh. This is still, I like to keep Jada because, you know, she's sweet, innocent, you know, be out here, you know, having a great time or whatever. But J Duhhh knows the real world and knows the real shit.
Okay.
So, you know, J Duhhh don't put up with no shit. She
She
don't take no shit from nobody. She also, you know, is able to wear stuff like this. Like before, like I was scared to wear shit like this. I always went around with the trends. I would wear neutral colors, look like a typical bad bitch. Okay. But hell no, I'm a weird bitch. I like weirdcore and everything. So I feel like J does just that alter ego that kind of became just who the fuck I am.
So where does that creativity come from, as it like being Jada? Like,
so I've always had creativity. Like from a young age, I've always danced, did theater arts. I did show choir for years. I've been singing since I was 7, singing lessons and stuff, piano.
So you've basically been an entertainer your whole life.
My entire life, You've
been prepping yourself up without even knowing it.
Yep, and I've been kind of just following the rules and following what people wanted from me, and now I finally have a voice. Now I can finally, I'm grown as fuck. Like, y'all can't, like before, like I'm young, like, you know, when I was in theater arts, I was like 8, or probably, I wouldn't say 8, I was probably like, 8 or 9, getting roles that were meant for like 20-year-olds. So that's because I had the dancing background, I can sing and all of that. So I kind of had to conform to what people wanted from me. Because that's what I thought I wanted to do. I was going to do Broadway before the pandemic. Then I realized I can make my own music and get paid for my own craft and do what the fuck I want to do. So started dabbling in it and started working.
So what are some of the inspirations that you have come across? Because you seem like you have a eclectic, vast a talent, and it seemed like you have a lot of avenues where you could jump into also. So like, where does that influence, and who was that influence of growing up? Because you said modeling, and then like it seemed like you was in a box at one point, and then you just said, "Fuck this, I'm out of this."
Fuck
bitch.
it,
So who
yeah.
was the person that put the battery in your back to make you like say, "Hey, I'm gonna just do this now"? Or what was that inspiration, or who was that influence?
So growing up, I've always had a musical background. I've always loved music, different genres of music. So I've always been very versatile when it comes to music. I listen to country, rage, R&B.
Okay.
I listen to shit from the 1920s, Frank Sinatra. I listen to blues, Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald. I literally listen to everything.
Okay.
You can, like, anything you can think of, I probably know it.
Okay.
So that kind of gave me like my diverse background.
Okay.
I would say probably my inspiration to start music or to be so involved in music was my dad, because he, taught me like a lot of the culture. Like I grew up listening to Nas, grew up listening to Lauryn Hill, Sade.
Okay.
So I kind of fell in love with the music from my dad. My biggest inspiration to follow my dreams, though, was my mom. My mom has always been super supportive of me. She comes to all of my shows as much as she can.
That's
she
dope.
travels with me. Even
Don't
when
tell
I was
me moms
doing,
be jumping in the mosh pit.
yeah, shit.
Moms get down in the mosh pit.
Mom's been on stage with ragers, like I'm talking about famous ragers,
Moms be
been
like
on the
this and
stage.
shaking her head and all that.
Yes,
Just be wild.
I had to force her off stage one time because they let her up there. I'm talking about tattoos everywhere, like they're raging mosh pits everywhere. She on stage in the corner, just
Nah, man.
feeling it, like-
I can't have my moms on stage raging with me, partner. Somebody elbow my mom's show over.
oh no, they knew better. Nah, they knew.
over.
That's what I said. She in the corner by herself. Now I for sure will get gritty about Duke, so I don't.
Okay.
If I don't think it's a good idea, she ain't gonna be out there because she's a free spirit like me. But
Okay. So okay.
she's always
Was your
supported
parents
me.
into like, were they doing music or something like? Did they have like a career before you came around, or
So my
it seemed like they was involved? Like that's what it seemed like.
So my mom, no, but my dad, he was a DJ
Oh,
growing
okay.
up. So in the Hampton, Virginia area. Shout out to 757. That's where my family's
Okay.
from. I'm born and raised in 804 though. But yeah. So
Four.
yeah.
I be seeing y'all be doing like
Virginia,
four,
big
four.
up to the house.
I don't know.
So yeah, he was a DJ, and then my mom, I ain't gonna lie, she once, like, she had, my brother's 10 years older than me, so once they kind of had my brother, they went into their career paths. So they didn't follow music as heavily, but they definitely sparked it. And so they had, I think my dad had one of those careers where he just felt like he needed to actually step up to the plate and be that father figure for my brother. And shout out to Pops, because he definitely made a way for us, because my mom's from the trailer park, my dad's from the hood.
Dads out there, man.
Yeah, shout out to all the active dads, okay?
Yeah, I can't say all
Active
the
dads that actually step up to the plate. So my mom's from the trailer park, my dad's from the projects, and they made a way for us so that we didn't have to grow up in that lifestyle. So
Damn, son, that's fire, son. So you got a nice little story about coming up, man. Like that's
yeah.
So like, what has been like some of your hardships of becoming an artist, and what has been the steps of growing into this Duhhh? Because I know it takes a lot of time to actually become one with yourself and be okay. You know what I mean, within your own skin, and just be a free spirit the way you are right now. Because some people look at you like, this bitch crazy, like she got one eye thing here, like
Psychotic.
So like, yeah, they'll have different views and whatnot. So like, how was that process about like just accepting that? Like, and maybe you can give some other advice to some other artists out there.
No, yeah, definitely. So for me, I think my biggest realization was that, well, I grew up in Hanover, Virginia, which is very a racist area. Okay. And
so you had that growing up too. You had that stopping you, damn, like.
Yeah, and I'm mixed. So my mom's white, my dad's black, and I have Native American in me on both sides as well. Okay. And so I grew up like when a lot of mixed kids say like white people didn't like them and black people didn't like them, like right. that's a fact. It's not everybody, but that is a fact. You feel like you don't fit in nowhere because you're too white for black kids, you're too black for white kids, so you're battling finding yourself. So I kind of had to be isolated at a young age to figure out who I really wanted to be around, who I really wanted to surround myself with. And I felt very comfortable with like what other people would deem as weird crowd, like the theater, the theater geeks. We were theater nerds. I was in show choir. I listened to a lot of emo music. But I also had friends that were into other things like the bougie culture, the bad bitches. I still had friends like that, but I didn't fit in with them as much as I did with just I feel like people that are weird and that they accept themselves. And I feel like a lot of the people that have been bullied their entire life, they don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. Because
how did you overcome that though? Like maybe you could give some insight to some people that's dealing with that right now. That's,
sure.
That identity crisis and whatnot. Like, damn, I don't know if I should do this or this because I don't know what culture, or they feel like they don't know what culture they belong to.
Right.
Is it like?
It's like that. Like you gotta find yourself. So for me, honestly, don't give a fuck what anybody thinks because people are gonna find a problem with whatever you do. So whatever you do, people are gonna find a problem. Do what you love to do. Hang out with who you want to hang out with. It doesn't matter if you're not as cultured as some people. It doesn't fucking matter because the people that are for you are gonna love you and stand beside you for the rest of your fucking life, for real. And I feel like this journey is also a bunch of learning and unlearning yourself and learning other people and not taking things personally, because a lot of the times when you take things personally, it's for no reason because people probably don't like you because of something within themselves. It's never with you. It's never a reflection of you. It's a reflection of their insecurities. Yeah, their insecurities. A lot of people that don't like me, it's because I don't even respond to haters because I know that you hate yourself, because why would you be worried about what the fuck I'm doing?
Yo, clip that. Clip that. That shit was hard. Motherfuckers hate themselves.
Yes, it's real shit. Because I mean, realistically, when I used to not like myself, I used to, be far off the like self-love journey. I used to hate myself like growing up, and I used to look at all of these like models and be like, oh my God, they're so great, but try to find like, all right, what's wrong with them to make myself feel better. Okay. And that's not how you're supposed to move. And you're not supposed to move like that, because when you do, that means that it's coming from a place of insecurities and hurt and brokenness. So
everybody get your motherfucking snaps on in this one.
Snap for him, Chester.
Hey, Lena, let me hear some snaps over there. There we go. All right. That was well put, Jada. Like, that was amazing. I think a lot of people will really appreciate that, because you, from like you said, you started with like a year and a half and you blossomed, and you're like, it seemed like you just came out of nowhere and you just popped up, and everybody like, yo, she's popping. Oh, that's Jada. Even me you walked in here, the motherfucking chef was like, hey, is that Jada? The chef of the motherfucking Ironclad was like, hey, that's Jada. Oh, hey. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, oh, she lit. So, like, how has that process been? And, like, what has, like, come with that? Like, you feel, like, the journey. You know what I mean? Like, so, first, I want to know, how does it feel to, like, people really recognizing you off, like, the short work that you put in? You know what I mean? Right. So, how does that feel? It's
kind of surreal. I don't really notice it, like, I don't know. It's like I still see myself as just Jada, like Jada from Hanover. Like I still see myself as like I know that people know me, but I see myself as like, I guess, equal to everybody. I don't see myself as like a celebrity or above anybody.
Humble of you.
Yeah, I don't see myself as above everybody. So when people see me, then they like freak out and they're like, "Oh my God, it's Jada." I'm like,
right.
Yes. Oh my God, I forgot for a second. Yes, that's me. I make music or whatever. I feel like my first interaction where I really like realized that people were actually fucking with me and my music, and like I had fans, like super fans. I was at a party in Richmond, and I was going to my homie's crib, and he lived in an apartment, and I went into the elevator, and this girl started melting in the elevator, like on the wall, like, oh my God, it's Jada. I was like, whoa, like, yes, this is me. I was like, please stand up. Like, I'm like, what's going on? Wow. So it's been a couple of interactions like that. Like, I've been to my home, like, grocery store, like Publix, like up the street, thinking that nobody's gonna know me because I don't live like in the heart of Richmond. Right. And niggas knew me in there, like that worked there was like, oh my God, you're that rapper. I'm like,
oh, that's fine.
Yes, I am. So now I gotta come out correct because I was wearing pajamas, no makeup, just like just rolled out of bed, brushed my teeth, and went. Like, so I feel like, it's still. I feel like it'll never hit me, no matter how many people know me. And then I know people out of state, so I'm known like out of state, up and down the East Coast. I lived in Cali for a while, so a lot of people in San Diego area know me.
I can see a little California influence in you a little bit.
Yeah, I love Cali.
I used to live out there myself, so I already know how Cali is. I want to go
San
back
Diego
now.
is.
Oh, you was in San Diego?
Yeah, Ocean Beach.
Ocean Beach. I was in Mission Beach.
Okay, yeah,
over there with the rides and all that, the amusement park and stuff. Yep. So I used to live right over there, right on the ocean front. So Good times.
Yeah.
Good times. All right,
Great
getting
times.
it. Great times, word. them parties, man. Them basement
Yacht
parties.
You ever been on a yacht?
Oh, absolutely. But the parties that I went to was more like it was like you go into a building, and it's like different floors of partying.
Oh yeah. The levels.
The levels of raging.
There's a
parties.
lot of shit on them floors.
Now we gonna get into what was some of like your accomplishments that you feel that you have accomplished at this moment?
So recently, it still hasn't hit me, but recently I just was placed on my first New York City Times Square billboard. 2 days ago, I was on my first billboard. I was so excited. Thank you.
On your page or something like that?
Yep, it's on my page.
We're gonna clip that. We're gonna show a little clip of the billboard and whatnot so y'all guys can see it.
Your girl look good as a bitch. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I look good. So that was an accomplishment that I, had to actually talk to my mom about for her to actually put it in my head because I wasn't able to make it because I had, photo shoots lined up. I have podcasts, interviews, like stuff lined up in Virginia so I can go all the way to New York just to, get it on camera. So I had people that actually went and got it for me. So, it was surreal. So my mom was like, I think it didn't hit me because I wasn't there. Okay. So it still hasn't hit me that it's like such a huge deal. I'm like, oh yeah, it's cool, but it's like, I know where I'm gonna be. I know what I want, and the billboard's cool, but I'm looking for the Grammys. I'm looking for,
That's gonna be my next thing. What are your future achievements?
Yeah, Grant.
I call them future achievements because we all working towards something.
Right.
You know what I mean, so what are going to be your future achievements?
So definitely awards and stuff, Grammys and stuff like that. But awards aren't everything because they're just opinions. So I feel like a lot of people deserve Grammys that haven't gotten them, and it's just an opinion. And it has to do with a specific crowd of people when it comes to opinions. So awards aren't everything, but I would say I'm looking forward to accomplishing going overseas. Okay. I actually am studying German right now, so I am learning the language.
You better
German language, and I can count all the way to 100 and stuff. So I am learning greetings and stuff. I want to go to Germany. That's my actually second most played country. So I have the
you've been played in 93 countries?
90, probably over 93 now. 93 countries.
You only been in the game for a year and a half, bro.
Yep, I've had my music played in clubs in Laos, Asia, clubs in Germany. So on the screens.
Because I got it. This is for we want to put game. We want to give game into artists. How a year and a half? How 93 countries? How? What was your process? What did you do?
So I have a really great team. Shout out my team.
Okay.
My management team.
She got a team, y'all. Y'all gotta get a team.
You gotta get a team. Gotta get a good manager. I've had PD Mills, my manager.
Okay.
I also have a talent agent, Terrence, and pretty much 2 talent agents. Stephanie, with Limelight Records. So they've been helping me. They're based in Atlanta. So I feel like they definitely help me with branding. Branding is very important. So pretty much giving me the inside scoop of how to make it into the industry. Find a brand yourself. Find your lane.
And these are tips, guys. Make sure, matter of fact, can you please just break it down from what you did to be able to get to where you at right now and to accomplish all the streams that you have streamed? So what were some of the steps that you did just to give the viewers, some game?
So the biggest thing for me, I feel like a lot of artists get this misconception of not using promo. You have to promo your shit. You have to pay for ads. You have to. It's not paying, and I don't mean paying for fake followers, paying for fake views. That shit doesn't add up, and you can tell that it's fake. I'm talking about actually paying for Google ads. When you release a music video, don't just release stuff back to back to back, because if they didn't watch the first one, they're not watching the second one, they're not watching the third. They need to make sure that they understand your creativity, learn who you are as an artist. It's a bunch of things that come into it. So you have to pay for ads to get yourself out there. Right. I'm not gonna lie, I've paid for a lot of promo, even Instagram. I grew my Instagram from scratch starting 2021. I just hit 8K yesterday. So I have 8,000 followers now, so I'm really excited about it. I'm waiting for 10K, but they're all organic. I've never paid for a follower. But I have paid for ads and advertisements and marketing. That's all about, marketing is all you really need to make it to the next level. Yeah,
that's definitely need people to see you.
Put that money into it. And a lot of people be like, well, I'm not paying for promo because it's fake. It's not. Nah. If you pay for a YouTube ad for your music video, it's going to show up. Everybody sees YouTube ads. Those aren't free. Like, people are paying for those ads to be on certain YouTube videos and stuff like that. So you have to pay for that. You have to pay for your music to get pushed on playlisting for, like, Spotify. I've paid for playlistings. That's how I've gotten out of the country plays. I'll pay for playlistings, and they'll play all over the world. And certain playlists will pick it up. So you pay for your music to be shopped. So your music's going to get sent to different playlists. They're not obligated to pick it up, but the ones that want to, they will. So that's how I've gotten played in a lot of different countries, was paying for stuff. Also, you know, branding myself, having a significant look. Like, somebody be like, oh, you know that girl with pink and black hair? Oh, yeah, J Duhhh.
Yeah,
like,
definitely, because they said Shorty got one eye is, like, red or something. Or,
yeah, it's pink. I be like, telling people it was a mosh pit.
You crazy. All right, now, these 2 projects that I've checked out, Miss Rager, and Smeared Mascara. Those give me 2 different. So I'm assuming one is J Duhhh and one is Jada. So tell me more about first the Miss Rager project.
So Miss Rager is actually a little bit of both.
Okay.
So
yeah, you did have a little bit of singing on it.
Yeah. So the
like
Miss is Jada. Rager is J Duhhh. So Miss Rager is my entire personality.
Oh,
so I got that Miss, like that high sedity, like bougie,
I got it now.
to me. But then I got that gritty Rager, like don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
And it was to showcase my different personalities, my different genres that I can create. I've been creating. On that album, I had some R&B, like Rihanna type style music. I had some Rico Nasty, full out rage. I've had some Avril
I heard
Lavigne,
some you got little bars in there too. I heard.
Yeah, I got a little something going on. You know what I'm saying? I make bops like.
Yes, you do.
But Miss Rager for me was a chance to get a lot of my emotions out.
Okay.
When I first started music, I had a lot of friends starting music, and then once I started getting into it, taking it seriously, surpassing some of my friends, they didn't want to be friends with me no more, and they kind of started hating on me, and starting every big artist get like rumors and stuff like that spread about them. So that was my way. When it comes to rumors, I don't address shit through social media. I don't ever speak nothing on social media. You
shouldn't
can talk
acknowledge
all day.
This shit. Fuck them.
Yeah, I'm not he say she saying nothing, but I will put it out in my music, because one, y'all are gonna listen to it, because if you think, oh, Jada's gonna be talking about the tea, you're gonna go listen to it, and then you go listen to it, and it has nothing to do with what they're saying. It has everything to do with how I'm feeling on the inside.
Okay.
So I've never been a messy artist, but I do put my emotions into my craft. So anything that has been done to me,
I hear that
wronged,
with the Smeared Mascara, or I hear definitely that. Who pissed you off? Who had the what red flags you seen in what person?
So before I started music in probably like 2018 to 2019, I was in a very bad domestic violent relationship. I was in a very abusive relationship, and that's what my song Moon is about.
Okay.
And I was battling myself, fighting demons. A lot of toxic people have their own demons, and then when you're with them for a long period of time, sometimes they try to latch onto you.
Yes.
I have a light to me that negativity and darkness tries to gravitate to and latch onto, and that's something that I've known for a long time, a young age. I've been told that by family members and stuff, just to stay the same, keep your light, don't let the world change you, because there's a lot of negativity out here.
Absolutely.
And me, an empath, if you know what an empath is.
Feel whatever they feel.
Yep, some people don't know, but an empath is pretty much, I could feel other people's energies around me. And so I was young, thinking I could change people. I could change a nigga. Oh my gosh, like he's going through it. Oh my God, not knowing that he's putting me through the same shit he's going through. And it was very bad, like pushed downstairs, pushed up against walls, verbal abuse, choking. I'm
sorry you went through that, man.
Yeah, but it made me who I was. My last interaction with him, he actually held me at gunpoint. Yeah.
Where is this nigga at?
I'm not gonna expose him, but like, his karma for sure hit.
He need to get beat the fuck up. That shit is crazy.
He for sure, he gonna get his comeuppance.
His comeuppance?
His comeuppance. I'm gonna make an album called Comeuppance. Just know he gonna get his karma, his comeuppance. And
right. Now with the Smear, you just dropped this recently EP. Is that what you shopping right now, or are you working on something new right now?
So I am shopping it a little bit. It was a R&B tape that I released in early January of 2023, and it's still a bop. I love all three of them. It was just a small EP just to showcase, I just had things to get out, and also I wanted to showcase, my versatility a little bit more, and showcase my singing, because, people know I can rap, but
I've heard you wanted to showcase your singing a little bit more also, because you want
that's
to
my thing.
Spread out your creativity a little bit.
Yep.
So what's your process in the studio? Like, do you go there with something written, or do you write on the spot, or do you don't write? Like, what's your writing process?
So it depends. If I know ahead of time, like let's say it's features, a lot of my features, if I know ahead of time, like a week in advance, I will write some of it. A lot of the times I will finish it in the studio, because I go based upon how I'm feeling in that day. Because if I go in a week...
Are you like a fast writer? You a fast writer?
Oh, super fast writer.
Yeah.
I can come up with shit like this.
Word.
Like, I'm not the best freestyler. Listen. I'm not the best freestyler, but when it comes to, like, I can write a song in less than 5 minutes, like a verse in less than 5 minutes, and that's been proven.
More so just channeling your emotions.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I mean, I can't freestyle that much. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a speech impediment.
I ain't tripping on that. I be asking people, let me hear a bar, just to play with them. Don't even worry about that. So what's this? So you shop in the smeared mascara, but you just wanted to showcase your singing. So what can we expect this full length project? I'm expecting a lot of. Do we have a name first?
I haven't came out with a name.
Okay.
But I am working on a couple of things. So I am working on a pop punk EP.
Okay.
And I do have a song already.
That sound like some Avril Lavigne type. I don't know why Avril Lavigne just popped in my head just now, but that sounds like it's gonna be lit.
Paramore, Avril Lavigne. Yep, that's the style, like early nostalgic, early 2000s. Like Green Day.
And you gonna merge it with the new times?
Today. So some rapping in there and stuff. So I do have a song. It's called New Dawn. It's not released yet, but I do have a snippet on my Instagram. It's the first video that's pinned.
Okay.
So it's definitely like it could be the intro song to a dope ass anime. Okay. So it's a very heavily guitar band. I guess instrumental. My producer Cam, shout out TDS Cam, he's dope as fuck. Okay, he made the entire beat from scratch, like guitars. He has multiple guitars. He plays the drums.
I also noticed that you do have a lot of like instrumentation when it comes to like your beat selection. You have a lot of like chords in there. And
a lot of my beats are made from scratch.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of my beats are made from scratch. So
that's fire.
I'm actually learning the bass because my producer wrote the bass lines in a lot of my songs to be easily played so that I could play them when I'm performing. So I'm learning the bass.
Another dynamic added to your
another bag or whatever, like whatever. But I have a pop punk EP coming out. I also am going to be releasing another Rage tape. And hopefully in the future, I got some baddie stuff coming out too. So y'all look out for that.
Duhhh, I'm so happy that you got here to have a cool conversation with me. At this time of the pod, we gotta close it in, but we're gonna ask you some random questions.
Okay.
All right. Now you say you like anime and stuff like that too, right? I'm not a big. I know anime, but I don't know anime. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
Nah, I don't even feel myself. Not
a lot of people watch it.
I always ask this artist, what would be your dream song to make? You would have one producer to pick to make your beat, dead or alive. You have one person to feature on the record, dead or alive, and you have one person to sing or rap the hook for you. So who would those talents be? And I want to hear what kind of fire would probably come out of that. So who would make your beat? Who would be the producer?
TDS Cam, my producer.
Your producer.
My producer. Nah, that nigga is hard. I'm talking about can play the guitar crazy. Like y'all have to listen to it. Like if you've ever listened to Moon, he made the beat to Moon. Okay. And he also made the beat and guitar solo to No Love on Miss Rager too. And he's just nasty with it.
Nice.
So I definitely would pick him. He could do any type of beat. And when it comes to like
who would you have feature?
Feature Erykah Badu.
Ooh.
Either Erykah Badu or Jhené Aiko or Lauryn Hill.
You gotta pick one. You threw three greats out there. I can't let you just have fun. I can't with do all three. Nah, just one.
All right. Well, I said Erykah Badu first.
All right. You're gonna have a lot of Baduism on there.
Wait, Lauryn Hill. Wait, I don't know. I can't pick. I can't choose.
I wonder what kind of song this is gonna be though. This is gonna.
And then for the rap, I need me a Nas and Outkast. I need to have a collaboration. I need Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill and Jhené could share the hook, go back and forth on that jump.
Her budget must be lit, because that's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I need Nas and Outkast on that bitch. Like, yeah.
All right, so hold up. TDSK, your producer.
Yeah, TDS Cam. Yeah.
Who's on the hook? Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu and Janae Aiko are splitting a back and forth.
You cheating like a motherfucker.
Then the bridge gonna be Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Then the bar's gonna be half of the verse Nas, half of the verse Outkast. They gonna do a split, he gonna end like Nas is gonna end on a word. Outkast gonna pick that bitch up right into it and play into that shit. That shit gonna be fucking fire. Yeah.
She different. All right. All right, now I'm gonna hit you with some rapid fire questions, all right? You ready? Mm-hmm. Who will win in a Rage versus battle? Playboi Carti or Travis Scott?
Oh, Rage versus battle. I would have to Are we talking 2016 Playboi Carti?
Hey, we talking Playboi Carti. I already know.
I'd have to say Travis Scott because his fans are insane. I would have to say Travis Scott. I do listen to Playboi Carti more than Travis Scott though, but because of his fan base, I will have to say Travis Scott because Travis Scott got crazy big. I don't really listen to a lot of Playboi Carti's new stuff. Yeah. But Travis Scott, I've listened since 2016, and I'd listen to him now.
His last project,
and
he has
fire. He has different vibes. Like he made songs with SZA and stuff like that. So he got the baddies too. So I have to put him in it. This
is a 3 questions. Who would feature? Who would you beef with? Who would you toss in the mosh pit? Yeet, Trippie Redd, or Lil Uzi Vert? Who we throwing in the mosh pit first?
Mosh pit. Who we throwing in? And they gonna get beat up?
Whatever happens in the mosh pit happens in the mosh pit.
Trippie Redd gonna go into the mosh pit.
Bye, Trippie.
But he gonna survive because he lit.
All right, who you beefing with?
Yeet. I don't really listen to his music.
You gonna beef with?
But I don't want to beef with him because of his fan base. But I do at the same time because if I beef with him, that means his fan base gonna know who the fuck I am.
Facts. And I guess you featuring with Lil Uzi.
Hell
you and Uzi would be fire though. I ain't gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
That Dummy Hoes, I can hit him on Dummy Hoes though. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, or Glacier. Glacier was heavily inspired by Lil Uzi.
Okay,
it was a Lil Uzi beat.
Yeah.
Type beat,
I kind of figured that. I thought it was like original and stuff like that. It's like, all right, one song that defines you. It could be yours or it could be somebody else's.
I would say mine. One song.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Moon.
Okay.
Moon defines me because it's
you
overcame my depression, my demons. It was also a story about like the first time that I really, really knew who the fuck I was and connected with God. Like I said, I was in a domestic relationship, and that relationship had me on my knees. I'm talking about on my knees one night, praying to God. I didn't know what to do next. And the next day, I had an opportunity to start music. I'd never done music before. So.
All right, next question is, who will win in the fight? Sailor Moon or the Powerpuff Girls?
Sailor Moon. I don't know. Powerpuff Girls be kicking Mojo Jojo's ass. Like, let's be for real. Mojo Jojo be getting his rocks kicked. I would have to say Sailor Moon.
What's your spirit animal?
A leopard.
A leopard?
A spotted leopard, yeah. A spotted leopard because
why?
They're very elegant. They're very elegant, but they gotta bite. Like they bite niggas and attack, but they're very elegant until you fuck with them or they feel threatened. And then they snap. But it's still elegant. It's like a sexy, like, man.
If you could tell yourself one thing, if you could tell 16-year-old Jada one thing, what would you tell her?
I actually had a reflection about this last night and started crying. I would tell her that she's beautiful as fuck and that she doesn't need a nigga for shit and that her worth isn't defined by who likes her and who doesn't, and that she can do whatever the fuck she wants to do, and her friends, she don't gotta have a bunch of friends to like her as long as she loves herself and knows that she is beautiful. I was looking at pictures of myself last night back in the day, and I was like, damn, like, I had terrible self-esteem, but I was so pretty. Like, I was never ugly. I used to think I was ugly. I was never ugly. So, she's beautiful. That's how I was
ugly at all, baby. I ain't gonna hold you there.
Thank you.
And if we want to listen to the new Princess of Rage, who are we listening to?
You're listening to J to the motherfucking Duh on all platforms. Jay question mark. Who the fuck is that? Duh, nigga, that's me. Duhhh with 3 H's. Don't forget the 3 H's because niggas be playing with me. And do not forget the question mark. Y'all niggas be trying to miss out on that question mark. That's part of my name. Thank you. Yeah.
And there we have it. Thank you, Jada, for coming through, for having a cool conversation. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Me and Chester had a vibe.
Shout out to Chester. Well, I'll go out and Chester. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This is RGA Presents A Cool Conversation. I'm your host, Butter Cool, and we out.
Deuces.